let's hop in this thing. I'll talk a little about it once I get it put away. See how this works driving with my camera. It's deciding to do this on mine again. And we are in the Dolly barn. Named after my mom. That was her nickname when she was a young lady. Okay. I think I'm just going to set this down and set this right about here. And we'll pull it in. Camera again, and let's see what kind of mind it has right now. So here we go. Get this set up. At that point, it shouldn't turn too much. Shut the door and show you what we got. First one I'll show you is this Jeep Cherokee named Weep 2. That is named like that because when my wife was born, sometime in the early 70s, her dad bought a brand new Jeep Wagoneer that he named Weep. And she always kind of wanted something similar to that. And I found this a few years ago. It runs and drives, needs a little brake work, and gonna have to get it on the road for her. That probably would make her a little bit happier. I'll walk around this way, show you what's under the hood of Weep 2. Our light's a little dim here, but I think you can see it. We have a 401 under the hood with a quadrijet. Yep. These from original had a Motorcraft carburetor, 4-barrel that. They weren't that great. Quadrijet works nice. Then over here, back out a little bit, we have a 60 Edsel. Last year, the Edsel, they only made about 2,500 total. No engine in this, as you can see. And for those of you that have followed my channel a little bit, you might have recalled a few weeks ago of me posting a video of what's going on in the shop. and part of it was an engine that was on all in pieces, and that's what's going to be going in this car. It's out of this car. I'm going to freshen it up. This belongs to a good friend of mine by the name of Craig. Got a pretty nice body on it. The roof, it's got some issues. It's been repainted. Got some delamination going on here, so we're going to have to do a little work on that. The roof will get repainted. Interior of the car is pretty nice, but just be thankful you can't smell it, because we do have some mouse stuff there, and that will entail us pretty well gutting the interior and cleaning it up. Helena got some ice in it. Whee, that's stinky. I'm going to shut the door. But, hoping to get this done in the next, I don't know, couple, 3-4 months. See how that works. And then over here, we have another Edsel. This is a 1958. Complete different front end on it. And this is a station wagon, as you can see. It's called a Bermuda. This was the top of the line model for the wagons. And they made, I think, a little under 1,000 of these. Had the fake wood grain on the side. Our project on this is we're just going to get the engine fired together. I got that in the shop, getting it put together, and transmission done. Go through the brakes and get it where it just runs and drives for the customer. That's what's on the list for it for now. So, fairly solid car, a little bit of rust. That might get addressed at a further point down the road. Time will tell. And over here is the one I just drove in. This is a 59 Edsel. We can get around to the other side. I think we can get the front of it. This is my own car. Used to belong to my dad. And you notice the license plate there. That is short for last drive. And the reason it says that is my dad, who passed away 4 years ago on May 28th, this car is what I drove him to the cemetery in. So it had hearse duty. And kind of a special moment. He was a big Edsel collector, as I've mentioned previously, and I figured it was a fitting send-off to him. And we'll walk to the front of this. Give you a look at what a 59 grill is. You can see a similar design to the 58, but it a little more conservative, maybe. I don't know. It just was a different style. And then the last car we got here, we're going to show, is this 67 GTO. This belongs to a guy that's originally from this area, that now lives in Arizona. And this is pretty well buttoned up. I got to do some work. We had some cooling system issues. It wanted to run hot. The radiator came with a couple electric fans that they advertised as 3,000 CFM or more volume. It's supposed to keep it cool, blah, blah, blah. Well, long story short, you see they're gone. We got a mechanical fan there. And now it don't run as warm as it did. We got a fan shroud to put on it, a few other details, and this will be ready to go home. No fresh paint on it. That's because the guy that owns it, it was basically his first car that he bought, I think early mid-70s. And it originally was white, and he did the body work and had a local shop spray it. And that's the paint job you see. So in some ways I was a little bummed that he didn't want to paint it, because it's actually a pretty solid body, very solid body. But I can totally understand why he didn't want to. And, you know, how many out there that are car people can say, yep, this is my first car, and I did the paint and body work on it over 50 years ago, or around 50 years ago, and it's still standing up and around. But other than that, we pretty well did a full restoration on it. Open up the door here, and you can see the interior. That was all redid. because it was about as smelly as that GTO or that Edsel was. And was originally a 3-speed car with the 400. And we put the Tremec 5-speed in, we put vintage air in it, tilt wheel. You look under the hood here, you can see that's not a quadrajet or a carburetor, that's a Holly Sniper. Put that on. Heck, we even put cruise control on it that he wanted us to do. So, like I said, this one, we're not too far away from sending it home. Probably get this buttoned up in the next month or two. We agreed to wait until it gets nice here in North Dakota, which is sometime in April or May. And then it'll be, by that time, finished up and ready to go home. So, that's what we got going on in the Dolly barn. Some future projects getting worked on, projects almost done, and a couple toys of mine and my wife's. So until next time, we'll talk to you later.